Good morning, and we're continuing our study in Acts chapter 10, starting verse 34 again. And I want to repeat this. It said, "So Peter opened his mouth and said, 'Truly I understand that God shows no partiality.'" Um, Boy, it took a lot. We don't know how big this problem is until we do a little background study. According to William Barclay, it was common for a Jewish man to begin the day with a prayer, thanking God that he was not a slave, a Gentile, or a woman. The basic part of the Jewish religion in the days of the New Testament was an oath that promised that one would never help a Gentile under any circumstances, such as giving directions, even if they were asked. But he went even further by refusing to help a Gentile woman at the time of her greatest need, when she was about to give birth, because the result would be that another Gentile would be brought into the world. Now, this is almost atrocious. If a Jew married a Gentile, the Jewish community would have a funeral for the Jew and consider him dead. And that happens even today. It was thought that even entering the house of a Gentile made a Jew unclean before God. Ancient Jewish writings tell us that of a Gentile woman who came to a rabbi, she confessed that she was a sinner and asked to be admitted into the Jewish faith. The rabbi said, she said, "Bring me near." And the rabbi refused and simply shut the door in her face. The idea that God shows no partiality is also stated in Deuteronomy 10:17 and 2 Chronicles 9:17. "For the Lord your God is a God of gods, the Lord of lords, the great and almighty and awesome, who shows no partialities nor takes a bribe." And it's amazing that God's people rejected the very message of God. But in every nation, whoever fears him and works righteousness is accepted by him, as we continue in Acts. Peter's point was not to imply that men like Cornelius were already right with God and don't need to become Christians. Instead, the point is that they need not to feel excluded by God because of their national background. And thank God we don't have that much prejudice in our churches and in our world today, but it does exist even in God's church.